Hello! Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Etho, and welcome back, guys, to another episode of our Let's Play series here. So today, guys, you're in trouble. You are in so much trouble. I have been reading the comments on the last few episodes, and I know what you've been saying. You know what everybody's been saying since the 1.11 updates? Yeah, yeah, that's right. Rest in peace, Nexus. You know the top comment on the last video right now? You know what I've been dealing with? You know what you've been telling me? So the Nexus that took a century to build is overshadowed by an Ender chest. Thomas MC, I see what you said there. And you're right. To an extent, guys. There is one thing, though, that the shulker boxes can't do. Like, they are so amazing. Let's be honest here. They truly are. But one thing they can't do is they're not going to be good for storage, like bulk storage, right? BF, best friend. I want this going just so we can see it working. Because we never see it working hardly on video. So yeah, the Nexus here has been like my bulk storage room, guys. This is where I drop off lots of stuff. If I get 1,000 ice from our ice cube farm, I drop it off here instead of just leaving double chests around the world. Shulker boxes, as we kind of saw in the last episode, take about 5 minutes to get each one. The Nexus has 256 items, and like just to get 256 shulker boxes would take forever. So, yeah. One thing I realized today, though, that is a bit unfortunate. I thought each item in the Nexus had 3 double chests of storage. Isn't that what I did? I thought that's what I did, but no, it's only 1 double chest. There's like a hopper, a double chest, a hopper, and then a dropper. So it's kind of like 3 chests worth of storage for each item. I thought it was way more than that, though. You know? So, yeah. The Nexus has a lot of problems, to be honest. But it was a great learning experience for us. It's always going to have some merits. Like, I'm going to use it for storage. I'm going to change the clay because I don't like it now that I've seen it for a little bit here. And the diamonds will probably get changed. But, guys, I have a plan, okay? Are you ready for this? Over the next 2 to 5 years, we are going to design and build the Nexus 2.0 using shulker boxes. Top of the line impressiveness here. The Ender shulker box is going to come out in Minecraft 1.16, probably in 3 years. So then we will start building the Nexus 3.0. That's the 5-year plan. All right? So let's get to it here. Aha! So guys, I have been working on a little bit of a secret project here. This is the Nexus 2.0, or we might be calling it the Google Box? Question? Or if you guys have a better name, let me know in the comments. But basically, this is a shulker box storage room. I asked myself, if I was to build the Nexus now, how would I do it? What would it look like? How would it work? And this is it, basically. Alright, guys, so here's the thing about this storage room. I know when you look at it here, it's not super impressive, right? It's pretty plain, pretty basic, simple. Keep in mind, I just like hammed this out today. I tried to get it done as quick as I could, so there's more stuff we might be adding to this later. And this room is just a mess. Excuse the mess, I'm sorry about it. We're actually in the man cave right now. You might recognize the area. This is where I got that skeleton spawner, and all my mob drop storage was here, because I haven't put it in the Nexus yet. But yeah, this thing is actually pretty crazy. This is probably the most complicated redstone project I have done to date, believe it or not. Even topping Wilson, although Wilson and the Nexus took longer. But yeah, let's give it a try here. We'll do a little demonstration. So in the middle here, this middle row of chests, this is our search, basically. You might recognize this from the Nexus. We have 1 of each item. It's not totally filled up here. I just got a few items in right now. And on the right here, this is kind of like our disk drive. And the shulker boxes are like our 1K storage cells, if that makes sense. So we can put a bunch of shulker boxes in here, like 400 of them or more. It's very easy to expand on this infinitely if we want. Same with over here. If Mojang add more items to the game, we can just add more chests really easy with the system. Over on the side here, I've prepared a couple chests with items inside already. We're going to put those into our system here. Some of these, yeah, some of these are empty still. We'll grab one of those too just to show you they work. So basically, all you got to do if you want to store items in this storage system is drop them off in this chest here. Nice and simple. Okay, we got 2 empty purple ones there. The rest of these have items inside. And you can see pretty random items. Let's say, for example, we wanted to get some dirt out of the system. We have 23 dirts, 39 grass blocks. Like, to access the shulker box, you got to place it in the world, right? And you would have to, like, look through all the shulker boxes in the system here. The great thing about what I've done here is if you want to find dirt, all you got to do is look at it here in your search, press Q. That throws the dirt into this hopper over here. And now what it's doing is it's going through all those shulker boxes in the system and checking if any of them have dirt inside. If they do, then they show up here, which is pretty cool. And let's say there's more than one shulker box with dirt. Like, let's say I take these 23 out and I need more, right? The project I'm working on takes more than 23. Then all I got to do is step on this, and now I can get 64 more. And that was all the dirt we have in the system, so no more showed up here. And then after you go through the boxes here, they return back into this chest. So that is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the basic idea of it here. It's a really weird storage system, right? Like, most storage systems are very, very structured. You have a certain number of chests, certain items go in certain chests, and once they're full, that's it. This is, like, chaotic and crazy. If you want to add items to the storage room, you can just drop them off in the chests, right? Or you could just place a box here and start filling up with stuff too. The last thing I built on this was this little squisher system. So there's a couple kinks I still got to work out. One problem I'm not liking right now is it gets stuck in this hopper here. So I got to step on this twice. But I'll probably get those all refined later. But yeah, that just added torches to the system. You can mix and match items in chests. You can have, you know, 20 chests of one item. You can do whatever you want, really. And also, like, these are really easy to move. So you could, like, pump them into a storage minecart and move them to another one of these systems somewhere else in your worlds. You can do, like, mobile storage that way, and oh man, my mind is just exploding with awesomeness. Oh, you know, I should have kept one torch. Darn it. So I don't have that in my system yet. So now if we search for torches, it's going to go through these, and it should pick out the magenta one. It goes through these in a chaotic way as well, like, to a certain extent. It goes through them whatever's first here, but then it also goes through droppers, so it randomizes it a little bit. And as soon as it's found, it shows up here. So sometimes you get more lucky than other times, and it shows up sooner than other times. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Let's do a couple more things here. Another thing about the system. So let's see. Do we have it? I think one chest had glass in. Let's search for glass. The last thing we searched for was torches, so that search item should come back in this chest. There it is, right there. So it just cycles through them. They end up in the bottom chest first, then this one, then this one, then this one. They fill up as they go. Pretty cool. I guess this gives you a chance of pulling it out too. The other thing is the hopper below this is locked, so if you want to just take this chest with you, you can do that too. It's another option. And then bring it back later if you want. Oh yeah, and hopefully you guys don't mind, but today's probably going to be just a show and tell episode, a little bit of an oddball episode. Usually we build stuff together, but I mostly just want to show off this system. So yeah, got a lot to talk about still. So let's keep going here. You might be wondering what's on the left here. Absolutely nothing. This is just there for symmetry right now, but it might be used later for a feature I have planned. Kind of an afterthought I had was it would be cool if this only showed the items in the system, not just like everything, you know? So if I can't make that work with this middle chest, I might make it work over here where it'll show one of each item in the system, you know? Could be a cool thing. Or we might have empty chests go into here or something of that nature. I'm sure it'll get used for something, though. We haven't really seen the redstone yet, so let's get this running and we'll try to catch it in action. Search for bones, I suppose. So over here was a pretty good view. You can see there's two sets of pistons doing things there. And then there's also a bunch of item elevators going on to get the items back to the top of the chest arrays. This... Man, you can barely see these item elevators. This one over here is for the item filters, though. The middle chest stuff. This one over here is for the ShulkerBox main... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We might have a problem. Oh, no. Really? Wonder if that has to do with Piston Translocation. I'm still in 39C. There's a chance it might work in the next version. Oh, snap. I don't really want to update, though. Kind of seemed like it came out of this item elevator here. There we go. Hello. What? Oh, I'm going to have to watch that video back just to see what happened there. It definitely came out of the item elevator, right? Like somewhere around here. Maybe because I put a piston here? That might have been a mistake. Yep, so I just double checked, and it's definitely the pistons that are causing the problem. So, I think I'm just going to wait and not fix that problem. Because if you didn't know, in the 40 snapshots, they have removed or changed or fixed or however you want to call it. I'm going to say removed. Piston translocation. A lot of people consider it a bug. I saw it more as a feature. But there's a chance this will just work in the next update. I'm not going to update, though, because it is buggy from what I've heard. But yeah, like a lot of my elevators in this world are going to be broken because I got rid of piston translocation. So I'm not super happy about that, to be honest. Yes, it'll fix this one little problem I'm having, but I could just redesign this and move the piston over. Kind of a small thing. Or I could have to redo a bunch of stuff in my world. Fix my zombie pigman farm. And Mojang. Anyways, so yeah, let's look down below here. The bulk of this thing here is the search engine. The search engine is like a 7x7x7 box of redstone, hoppers, pistons, and stuff like that. Its job is to go through the shulker boxes, check if the item matches the filter. If it does, then it goes into one chest. If it doesn't, it goes into another chest. So it splits the shulker boxes. The way it does that is actually pretty tricky stuff, though. Let's see if I can set up an example to show you. Alright, so very cool, guys. So we're going to be looking at a couple tricks here I used to make that system, in case you're interested. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with item filters like we have here. The concept is pretty simple. If the item you throw at it matches the filter, the hopper can pick it up. So we don't have glass in here. It's not picking up the glass, but if we throw a ladder at it, that can go inside because that's what we're looking for. Likewise, if we put a shulker box on top of here, it combos pretty well. Spruce wood is not in the filter, so it's not getting pulled out. But if we put ladders in the chest, or if it had ladders in already, then it will pull the ladders out, right? So what I do with our search engine, I give it time to allow one item to pass through into the filter. If it does, I know the ShulkerBox has the item we're looking for. All right, so that is the first step. The second step is we need a way of changing the item filter, which is actually a really trivial thing to do, surprisingly. I thought that was going to be hard to do. What you got to do is just queue up another item, like a slime block, slime ball. So from that middle chest, whenever I throw an item in, this is basically what it's doing. It goes into a queue, and then I unpower this for a moment, like so, and then it switches. So it's no longer a ladder filter, it's a slime ball filter, right? The tricky thing is like getting this out of here afterwards, but we're not going to look at that. Not right now anyway. Yeah, so the basic gist of the whole system is we have a dispenser that receives the shulker boxes. If there's any inside the dispenser, a clock runs. It makes the shulker boxes get ejected on top of the hopper, right? We keep this powered until we want to check for an item. So we just flip this real quick. We can see one spruce wood left the shulker box into the item filter. So we know this has spruce wood in. And then we break this. I had another like hopper over here to pick it up just so it simplifies things a little bit. So yeah, we break that, goes into here, and then it goes into another dispenser, a different one, and we place it again, basically do the same thing again. The reason we do this in 2 steps is just so it's faster. Alright, but at the second step, what we do is we use a dropper to replace the item we took out of there. So we took one spruce wood out. We need to get it back in some way. Otherwise, every time I go through the search, you'd lose an item in one of the chests, right? We got to get that back into there. And then we break it again. And based on whether or not we detected the item we're looking for in the filter, we send it one way or else we send it another way. And to do that, I had to use hopper junctions, which is an idea I've never thought of or used before. Let's see. It's actually really simple as well, but basically you do something like this, right? And you want to keep this powered over here at the junction, right? So if we put dirt through here, it's going to go to the left. Hopefully, no, oh no, I'm powering the wrong one. Got to power this one down here. Okay, so now using redstone, we can choose which way the dirt goes pretty easily because it pulls down before it goes sideways is the idea. So this will, because it's powered, it can't pull down, so it's going to go down to here. If we remove this, though, then it can start taking them, and it doesn't go here. So you can control which way the shulker boxes go using that trick as well. Okay, so we're back at our system here, guys. I'm not going to go through every single detail with the redstone, but I will show you those main concepts, how I built them here, now that we understand them. So this is our first dispenser, places the shulker box. That hopper over there is the item filter, and then the piston breaks it afterwards. But yeah, if we check here, this is our item filter. On the side here is the queue to switch out the item. And you can see we got a bunch of hoppers below. That is a hopper junction to get that item out of there. And then, can we find our way through here? It is very, very tight over here. Yeah, over here is the second step. So this is the other dispenser with the dropper to put the item back in that we took out. And then the piston breaks it again, pushes it over to that hopper there. And can we get through here? Yeah. So again, we have a hopper junction. So if we found a match, if the shulker box matched the item filter, then we unpower this redstone torch here. The items goes, or the shulker box goes down into this item elevator up to our thingy there. Otherwise, it goes to the right here and back into the main loop into the storage boxes. Yeah, that is how we separate them. Aha. All right, guys, I'm losing my voice here, unfortunately. I'm kind of out of it. I've spent too long building this. There's not going to be a tutorial on this, I've decided, just for a couple reasons, mainly because, like, when I built this from creative into our world here, it took me an hour and a half. I knew what I was doing. Like, I had the world on the other screen, and I was copying it block for block, hour and a half to build this. So that means the tutorial would be an hour and a half, and nobody's going to watch an hour and a half tutorial. Also, while building it, I made a bunch of mistakes, which you guys will too if I make a tutorial, and then I'll have a bunch of rage comments. Oh, this doesn't work. You wasted my time. Because even in normal tutorials, you get that. And this thing is like pretty tricky to build. So what I would do instead, if you guys really, really want to see this soon, I'll try to get a world download up, and then you just copy it out of the world or check it out in the world or do whatever you want with it. But yeah, it's going to be too tricky to go over every little detail, I think. So yeah, just kind of wanted to show it off today. Hopefully you guys liked it, and we're going to end the episode a little short today. So let's do the comment of the day. It says, "Hey Etho, how often do you eat out? Am I losing my mind? Eat out on restaurants. And what do you think about it? I love your videos. Keep up the good work." I probably go eat out once every week to once every 2 weeks, I would say. I really like eating out, actually. I love like different foods, trying new stuff. Lately, I've been on a pizza kick. There's a great pizza place by my place, which I've been going to every week because I love it so much. But I know like fast food and that isn't good for you, so I try not to do it too much. And also, like, it's expensive in Canada. In the U.S., fast food and restaurants are a lot cheaper. But in Canada, like, it's $10 at the minimum for me to eat out a fast meal, like cheap stuff, at a good restaurant, like not even a good restaurant, but like a sit-down restaurant, a cheap one. It's probably $15 at least. That's a bit of money, you know. If you do that too often, it adds up. So yeah, I like doing it, but I don't do it super duper often. Aha. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed our build here. Thank you for watching. If you have any ideas on it, let me know in the comments. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.